Absolutely. It felt sort of like my 10-year-old boy fantasies had come true. I was getting to literally fly and, you know, fight the bad guys. And his whole stunt team, Chris's whole stunt team, you know, he used Tom Struthers, the stunt coordinator, who was also worked on The Dark Knight, and they really ingratiated me into their clan and taught me so much, showed me the ropes, and pushed me hard. And it was difficult, and I was in pain sometimes. But it was well worth it. I had so much fun.
When we shot in Alberta in the mountains, that was definitely a probably the most extreme location I've ever worked in my life, just because of the altitude mixed with the wind, you're on a cliff, and you know, that kind of was really crazy, but exhilarating, and looks incredible in the film, and just a very, very surreal place to be filming a movie. And then I think the challenge for me personally was with the fact that I was playing a character that essentially is really helping the audience a lot and asking a lot of questions and enabling those questions to feel real and organic, and be able to make that coming from a, you know, a very, very honest place. But when you work with someone like Chris, who's so concerned about every single moment being completely honest, as an actor, like, that's such a dream, and so it was really, really incredible journey.
Yeah, it's just about as physically challenging as anything I've ever done in my life. I mean, I had to, you know, train. I was sort of like being a professional athlete for a few months there, which, you know, I played sports when I was a kid, but not to that degree. And but like I said, the stunt guys were all so cool, and I mean, it was really just me and stunt guys for a while. But they all kind of took me under their wing and brought me in, and they never were like, "Oh no, you can't do this, actor." They're like, "Yeah, come on, if you want to try, let's see." And I had a stunt double. His name is Andy, really cool guy. He was there every day, and I'm proud to say that he's only in one shot of the whole movie. And so I don't want to say that I did every single moment, because there is like 1 second that's Andy, and oftentimes stunt guys kind of don't get credit where credit is due, because actors like to say they did their own stunts when they didn't really. But I did the whole thing except for this one shot.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't think you could ask for a better group.
It was a big love affair. Everyone was just, I mean, not only admiring of everyone else, but and mostly, you know, it comes from the top down. Just everyone was so happy to be working for Chris, I think, and be working on material that's so challenging and inspiring and fun. Mm-hmm. It was just a pleasure to come to work every day. Everybody was happy all the time. Mm-hmm. There weren't any. Yeah. There weren't any like complaints or freakouts.
You know, like Tom Struthers, who Joe mentioned, who's the stunt guy, or you know, Wally Fisher, who's the cinematographer, and Chris, just like always, like there was always such a joyous environment, despite like the scale and the magnitude of what needed to be done that day. Like incredibly just pleasant, mm-hmm. might be the term, you know, like just. So I think when that environment's being created by Chris and the lovely people he brings together and he works with, it creates an energy that is just such a joy.
And I think when you watch the movie, you can tell it's being made by people who love what they're doing. They're not just doing it for the paycheck. They're not just doing it because they'll be famous or whatever. Everyone's there because they're in love with it, and I think it shows.